B-boy. From the old to the new, still a B-boy. Too bold for the school, still a B-boy. East Coast to the West, B-boys worldwide. We supposed to be blessed, still a B-boy.
This week, we're heading to Staten Island to talk about an amazing MC from a legendary group. In '93, Wu-Tang Clan took over the rap game, and a few years after they debuted with 36 Chambers, individual members started getting solo records. And Method Man, known as Johnny Blaze, was the first up to bat, and he knocked it out of the park. Arguably, nobody from the Wu crossed over and has much success as he has. This week, top 10 Method Man solo songs. You got Mars in the house. That's me. That's the Hurricane. That's Raven Hunter. And since I'm saying it, August 26th, album coming out, Middle Age Rapper Society. So peep that out. We'll put the links in the credits and whatnot. But let's start with the Method Man, the Iron Lung. All right, I will start us off. The year is 2004. The album is Tical Zero, the prequel. And I'm going with the song What's Happening. This is just a song that kept sliding back on the list. It features Busta Rhymes, and they both ride the beat so well. And I just love the vibe. They're just ripping this track up. I kept kicking it off the list, and I'd listen to it, be like, man, they're killing this shit. DJ Scratch on the beat. It's a faster beat. Dope video. They're on the subway rapping. There's this part where these females are double dutching, but they do it in slow motion. So it looks like the old Baywatch slow motion, titties going up and down. I mean, what else could you want, right? So What's Happening with the Busta Rhymes slid in at number 10. And this Tical Zero album, I was really pleasantly surprised. I really like it even more than I remember. I enjoyed that record. So we'll hear about it again later. Kane, you're number 10.
I got Cisco Kid off of the How High soundtrack. This song's just a jam. I love this song. Features Cypress Hill, Meth, Redman, and it's a redo to a war song, Cisco Kid. That song, I was reading about it while we were doing that. That song had a ton of meaning and a ton of, meaning for the time when it came out. But this song's more about smoking weed and shit like that. But every time it comes on, I'm bobbing my head, and I love the song.
I didn't even think of the How High soundtrack for some reason, which is
Well,
stupid because he's in the movie. I love
he's in like
Sis.
every song on the album too.
I don't know. It went over my head. I got all these other obscure shit, but I missed that. But Cisco Kid, I love that song because when I was a kid, my dad loved War. He played them War records all the time. So
That's
when
awesome.
when Eazy-E redid, sipping on a 40 instead of slipping into darkness, I'm like, oh, that's War. When this came, I'm like, oh, that's War. They did Lowrider. So that was like the one non-hip hop group that was influential to hip hop that I had heard before hip hop because my dad played the hell out of that tape. And I even have his actual tape. He was throwing his tapes out. I'm like, you can't throw War away. So it's in a
That's
drawer
awesome.
somewhere. But
That's
so
awesome.
Cisco Kid even has meaning to me, and I didn't think about it. Damn.
Right?
Damn, that is a dope song though.
hmm
Raven, number 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick around on the How High soundtrack. Was it '01 or '02? I think I'm gonna go with Part Two with Tony Braxton. It's How High Part Two, just on a more commercialized level. And I actually love the beats and I love the chorus. And it's just, I love that movie. It's one of the most underrated fucking comedies ever. Like, they don't even have a Blu-ray release. That's how fucking underrated that movie is,
Oh,
which kills
really?
me. Yeah, no, that's why I don't own it. They never put it out on Blu-ray. DVD was the last venture they got. But it's such a perfect stoner comedy and perfect example of Red and Meth getting back together and just killing shit on the soundtrack.
That's crazy. I forgot about this. I feel like the biggest idiot. I do know that I've seen How High, at least in the past, on Tubi, if anyone's looking to try to stream it, but I think it's out on some of them free ones.
Skip that
Tubi's
bullshit
awesome.
MTV straight to video sequel. Don't watch part two, but How High is classic.
I never saw part two, I don't think.
I didn't see it either, but I saw it was a thing, and like Little Yachty and one of those other
Oh,
mumble rappers were starring in it, so I didn't even bother. But,
that's when they started doing house parties, but not with Kid and Play. It's
yep.
like, yeah, this isn't a house party anymore, really. I think they did like 6 or 7 of those motherfucking house
Ugh.
parties, and I'm not even exaggerating the number, which is crazy. So I didn't think of the How High soundtrack. Famous movie starring Meth. He's on like every song, like you said. But I did think of this. My number nine, I'm going to the year 1998 to this soundtrack, the Bulworth soundtrack, and I'm going with the title track, Bulworth. It's kind of cheating, like I put How High with Coolio on the Coolio list, which I also could have put on the Meth list, but I didn't want to do it on both. So my little slip is this posse track. It features Method Man, KRS-One, Cam, Prodigy from Mobb Deep, and they all destroy it. By far my favorite song on that soundtrack. So when I thought of this soundtrack, I was like, I gotta cheat and get that on. Just four amazing MCs just bringing it. And this is really an underrated soundtrack. If you read, the songs, there's some big names on here. There's some really good songs on here. I know the RZA solo song, I can't think of the name,
That
is
song killed it though.
really dope. It's so fucking dope. When we get to RZA, that shit's gonna be on there. Bulwer soundtrack, check it out. Title track. And shout out to Cam, who I can never give enough love to Cam, man.
Right, right.
Facts,
So
Shout out to
dope.
facts.
Cam.
Shout
Shout
out to
out to
Cam,
Cam.
right? All right, Kane, what is your number nine?
Got to have it off of 421 the day after. The beat gets me every time with this one. Produced by Eric Sermon. Meth is just flowing over it. It's a fun song about what he wants to have. No crazy stuff, just a dope beat, dope flow. Just a great song.
And that was probably the last album that I really, really liked. The Meth Labs were losing me a little bit, the three Meth Labs. But I still enjoyed 421. All right, number nine for you, Raven.
Man, number nine. So I went back to 1994 to the Batman Forever soundtrack to go with the song "The Riddler." It's the Riddler, Mr. Riddler. Like that was a hard fucking song to be on a Batman soundtrack. To be the song that come like right after "Kiss from a Rose" from fucking Seal. That's how weird that soundtrack was. But
Yeah.
I don't even know if Tical was out yet, but I mean, Meth was the only person who had a solo song on the Wu album. That's how, so when you saw Meth was having a solo song out back then, it was like, I'm gonna buy a fucking Batman soundtrack. And that song was just hard as shit. And it still holds up, still a banger.
It is. That was an honorable mention. And I know I had the CD single, and it was weird. For a while, they did those CD singles that were like cardboard and that plastic thing slipped out of it.
Yep.
Those were
And it had
I
no
hated those
side.
fucking cases because they didn't fit
Same.
in CD racks right and shit. That was some bad designing right there. Yeah, honorable mention. That is a really dope song, and a lot
Yeah,
of
I gotta
people
check
probably
that
don't
out.
know it. Yeah, you definitely gotta check it out. I think that might even be like the only hip hop on that soundtrack.
I think so.
I believe so. I think that's why I bought the single.
I bought the whole album and then, listened to that
Well,
song a lot.
you seem like you would be a Seal fan, so
I
Seal,
mean,
then
who
Massive,
the fuck doesn't
Seal.
love Kiss from a Rose? Come on.
okay. I mean, I wouldn't say I love it, but
I think you're just hating in public now, but it's all good.
yeah, I gotta keep my street rep. I go out on the street with these killers and drug dealers, and they know I like Seal Kissing a Rose. I'll be a dead man.
Shit, they're gonna be singing it with you. That song's universal.
Probably,
Right.
probably. That was a big ass song. All right, number eight. And I'm going to stay on soundtracks, but I'm going to a different one. 1995's The Show soundtrack, the soundtrack that I can never give enough praise to, one of the best ever. And when I was doing this list, I was trying to decide if I should include the Blackout albums that him and Redman did. So many good songs on there. And then I thought, no, I'm just going to do, his solo. But then I thought, I want to represent the Red and Meth connection because the chemistry they have is just so undeniable, so amazing. And this is the
Unmatched.
one that started it out, How High. And it's still one of my favorite Red and Meth joints. They just had chemistry instantly from that very first, line, even. And you got Eric Sermon on the beat. It doesn't get much better than that. It's just such a classic hip hop song. Taking it from the top, Tippy.
All my
Oh,
people.
and it just gets better from there. How High is a top hip hop track, period, ever. So I wanted to rep that. So I threw it in at number eight. You are up, Kane.
I got number eight, Meth versus Chef off of Tical,
Thank you.
featuring Rep One. This one starts with the kung fu stuff we knew so well from Wu-Tang, which I thought was a super cool thing to bring into his own. The Meth versus Chef idea I thought was a great concept. I wish they would have done a bunch of volumes. I know they did a two on like Wu Massacre, but I don't remember liking that one as much as I like this one. But yeah, I love how they go back and forth, and it's awesome.
That was definitely an honorable mention. It hurt me not to put that because that's just like some pure MC hip hop shit. It's just made for real fans. I love that song, but it kept sliding off. So I'm glad you picked it. What did you pick at number eight, Raven?
Man, speaking of Wu Massacre, what a fucking letdown considering it's a Meth Red and Ghostface album. I
Right?
expected so fucking much off of that album.
Right?
Uh,
I
anyway,
agree,
sorry.
and they even tried to do the different covers, so you bought
Yeah,
multiple
Right.
copies.
what
Yeah,
a letdown.
I remember being let down by it as well. Yeah,
Number, you said eight, right? Yeah,
we're
number
eight.
eight.
Yep.
I went to 2015's The Meth Lab, and I went with the song The Meth Lab with Hands On and Street Life. I love that beat. It was produced by C the Architect, and it's just a banger of a fucking song. I think Street Life is Meth's cousin, if I'm not mistaken. He's definitely that, or he has a lot of dirt on Meth because he's in every fucking song in Meth's discography. And he even branched into a few other Wu albums after that, but. I don't hate Street Life, but he's not who I wanted to hear like a Method Man group project with every time Meth put out a solo. But the Meth Lab was one of the few songs that really stood out of that album for me.
Yeah, once you got out to like Mess's third album and beyond, Street Life is like on 2/3 of the songs. It is
And
weird.
it starts up in the second album. He's
It,
he's on Judgment Day quite a few times, and then it just
he,
gets worse every album.
I even think there's a couple of them later Redman albums that he's on multiple songs. Street Life has a good like agent or something, man.
Or he's just best friends with everybody, or he's the
Right,
plug and he's got the green.
right. And I don't mind him either. He's just there though, but he's always there. All right, we are to number seven, and I'm going to take us back to 2004's To Cal Zero, the prequel. And I'm going with the song Act Right. Rock Wilder, who I love on the beat. And although it does sound very 2004, it's the 2004 vibe I like. But Meth rides the beat so well, and it's great lyrics, little things with, like, there's a line where he says, if you don't think my shit is off the hook, then you can hang up, and you just hear the beat drops and there's a dial tone. Beep. Just little things like that I always talk about, always get me. Just going that little bit extra. And some people might not even pick up on it. Good hook that gets me hype. Nothing deep about it. It's just a dope song. It's my favorite off of this record, and it always gets me hype. So I put it in at number seven. Act Right. Rock Wilder, underrated producer. Kane, number seven.
I got How High, the remix off of Blackout. Red and Meth again, make another classic song. There's so many parts of this song that I remember hearing DJs use and over different beats, and then bringing in somebody else, DJ Rectangle. You
Yep.
and I listened to DJ Rectangle on repeat for a period of time.
Yep.
And I'm not, and I think you answered this. I wasn't sure if the song made the movie or if the movie made the song, but if it was on the show
The song
soundtrack,
made the movie.
the
Hmm.
song made the movie.
Yeah.
Then with the chemistry, like I say this in it later on that the Red and Meth chemistry is just he
Unmatched and
seems like
rad.
he's having so much fun when he's
Hmm.
with Redman. Like
Right.
it's so cool.
It was like they were born to rap together.
Yeah.
Just chemistry off the hook. Yeah, because show soundtrack's 95, so song came quite a bit before the movie. Every mixtape in that era had How High on it, and
Yeah.
definitely DJ Rectangle. I don't think we've ever talked about Rectangle. My favorite personal mixtape DJ of all time. He is so dope. And in the 90s, he put out these amazing mixtapes that we, like you said, listened to nonstop. Probably
Yeah.
because I just always had them. Uh, DJ Rectangle, so dope. So dope. Raven, number seven.
Number seven, I'm gonna get back to the How High soundtrack. I'm gonna go with Cisco Kid with Cypress Hill and Redman. Man, I love that fucking beat. Just it's I don't know something about it. When I was drinking back in the day, every time I heard that beat, it just it's like fuck, I'm on it.
Right.
But it's because it don't feel like a smoking song, even though that's all they're talking about the whole fucking time. Really, I just think of the movie every time I hear it because that was the college party where they had Cypress Hill playing live and the DJ I Need Money trying to scratch a china plate on the turntables and shit. Yeah, I loved Cypress Hill a lot back in the day. And hearing them on a Red Meth song just seemed like a perfect match.
We'll go to number 6. This is a good album that I hadn't listened to in forever. Ravens brought it up multiple times. 2000s WWF Aggression. Yes, there was an album where they took all rappers from the era to redo the biggest wrestlers' songs of that era. You got Ice-T, Redman, Run DMC, Snoop Dogg, Old Dirty Bastard, Mac 10, Dub C. The list went on, these big names, and you had Method Man doing the great one, the Rock's theme. And I think this is the best out of all of them. And I wanted it to be higher because he does such a good job of tying it into the Rock's character. Every line is a reference to a Rock move or catchphrase. It just every line made sense for the Rock character. He just covers everything Rock in 2000s WWF. This compilation is so much better than it probably should be. If you haven't heard it, peeped it out. You don't even have to really be a huge wrestling fan. Just the names on it. But if you're even somewhat familiar with The Rock and his character, especially in the earlier parts of his career, this song will get you. So know your role, jabroni. That was my number 6. Kane, you are up.
I got Say off of 421. Love Lauren Hill feature. Love the beat again. E-dub again. Something I noticed going through Meth's catalog is he raps over a crap ton of dope beats. His beats, like, and it seems the ones I was looking up, like, who did this? Who did this? It was Eric Sermon. Like, I was like,
Eric
another Eric
Sherman did
Sermon
a
beat.
lot of those classic
Another
beats.
Eric Sermon beat. Like, that prequel album,
Mhm.
those beats on that album, every song I listened to, I was like, this beat's dope too. This beat's dope too. But anyways, the song "Say" he's kind of saying that everybody's backing all these new rappers, and they've kind of put down Wu-Tang, they've kind of put down Method Man, and he's here to show them like I'm still here, I'm still doing it, I'm still better than these new rappers that you're backing instead of me. And then Lauren Hill on the hook.
And that was at a point where Lauryn Hill already kind of disappeared from music. So seeing Lauryn Hill on anything was very rare. And that was honorable mention. It was also the single. It was a single. I don't know if it was the
Yeah.
first one, but it was definitely a single off that record. And Eric Sermon, another thing I've said 100 times, one of the best to ever do it behind the boards. And he can rap dope too. I mean, to me,
Classic.
he's up there dual threat with the best of the best, the DJ Quicks, the Dre's, or people who can do it on both sides really well. Number 6 for you, Raven.
So I went to 95's The Show soundtrack with How High, and I felt bad having this as low as I did. I'm looking at you, motherfucker. But that song, man, I had the cassette single. I remember it came in the cardboard little case. It was like black and white with them on the front. I carried it in my pocket in 8th grade every day, probably the whole year because I had my Walkman in my book bag until that fucking case was ragged and falling apart and all the writing was gone off that tape. Like I could not have played that song any more than I did when that came out when I was in like 8th grade. It's still a classic fucking song from the beat to the back and forth with them. It was the first example of Red and Meth together, and became a friendship and a partnership that never waned to the point where Red became an honorary member of the Wu-Tang Clan for a while in their like 2019 era or whatever. Yeah, How High. Man, I love Red Man.
All right, we are to the halfway already. For the first time, I'm going to take us to that iconic 1994 Tical, his debut solo album. And it's a song I would be shocked if anyone else has it on their list. It's just something about it. And that song is What the Blood Clot. I don't know why, but I love this song since literally the first time I heard it. It's just one small verse. It's really short, especially the rapping part, but it just really hits me. It just has that dirty, unpolished Wu-Tang vibe, and it always sounds like it could have been on 36 Chambers, just the vibe of it. When I think of Wu-Tang, I think of these type of songs. When he says, I sting you, bzz, a fucking bumblebee, that the beat drops and he literally says, bzz, that always kind of made me smirk. Just what the blood clot is, just that dirty woo shit. And for some reason, I always loved it, even though it's like a 2 minute song, or maybe a 16 bar verse. But I had to put it on there. So what the blood clot is my number 5. You are up, Hurricane.
I got part two off of How High. This is the part two of the How High song. Raven, you said that before. The Tony Braxton sample is so dope. Again, another dope beat. Again, Eric Sermon. Like it's just everyone I was looking up was Eric Sermon. You know, we talked about their relationship. Method Man seems like he's having so much fun when he raps with Redman. You know, Method Man's solo stuff seems gritty, seems grimy, seems like, you know, that New York, that Wu-Tang, that but when he was with Redman, he's like having fun, smoking weed. Da, da, da. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's such a cool thing to see from the, you know, from Method Man, from Bring the Pain, you know, for him
Mm-hmm.
to be having fun like this.
Raven, what is your number 5?
My number 5. I went to the Tical era, and I went with All I Need, but I went with the Maxi Singles Razor Sharp remix produced by Puff Daddy with Mary J. Blige. Because man, that beat is fucking yeah, it's razor sharp. Like it blows away the original version of All I Need. Like RZA's had that deep bassy, like gritty sound. This just kind of took that and put that slight bad boy polish to it, just enough that I think just that I remember the single cover perfectly, the white background with him with the sky cityscape behind him.
He's like
Yup,
Yeah,
doing like
hands
that,
up,
yeah.
hands
Yeah.
up. He had the vampire fang gold teeth. I just thought he
Oh,
was the
that's
coolest fucking
right.
dude back in the day. That's why he always had that because he always had the fangs in, so he had to
Yeah.
keep pulling that saliva back while he was rapping. Um,
that's
man,
awesome.
that was like the best era of Wu-Tang. But yeah, that was just such a dope beat, and I thought it would be higher to be honest, but there was just some other shit I liked more.
What's funny is when I'm rapping along to those old songs, I do the with
It's
them.
part of the lyrics at that
Yeah,
point.
it's like it's part of the
Everybody
song.
does. Yup.
Yeah. I had completely forgot about them fucking fangs, but yeah, he wore those for a minute in that
And
era.
then
Yeah.
RZA rocked them during that same era for
Right.
Gravediggers and shit.
Yeah, there's a picture of him in the Gravediggers inner notes, I
Yeah,
think, with them fangs on. I think
and he's
about it.
got his gums up, showing the fangs.
Right. No, that beat is dope, and it's definitely superior to the album version, no doubt. All right, number 4. And for the first time, I'm going to 1998's to Cal 2000 Judgment Day. And I'm going with the title track, Judgment Day. This single came out first, so I was all over it. I love Tical, I love Method Man, and I bought the single, Judgment Day, and I really loved that song. I'm like, oh shit, this new album's gonna be dope. Bought the album when it came out, and it's almost a chore to listen to. It almost feels like work to me. There's 27 tracks. It loses me every time due to the many skits, to the length. It just always loses me, this album. I like for this, I'm trying to really pay attention. Then all of a sudden I realize I just missed 3 songs. My brain will not make it from track 1 to 27 and listen to everything for whatever reason. But this single, which is the last song, you gotta pay the admission to get this good one. But Meth Rise, the faster beat, perfect. It has a video I remember. It's like apocalyptic. It's not a bad album. It just seems to never end. But I love the title track, Judgment Day. So it got love for that. That was my number 4. I'm done shitting on his second solo album. You're up, King.
I feel you though. I feel
Hmm.
you. It seems like a chore, and
All right.
even when I downloaded it to my phone to listen to it, they even make it worse and they put all instrumentals right after
Oh,
it. So then you got all these instruments. I was like, what
You
the
got
fuck is
70
this?
fucking
What is
songs to go through
right?
at
I was
that
like, what
point.
the fuck is this? Skip, 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 skip. Like,
three and a
yeah,
half hour album.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
My number four is "I'll Be There for You," the remix of Mary J. Blige. I don't know, is that the same, the Razor?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
Is
a
sir.
that
razor.
what it's
That's the
called?
one you're
Okay,
thinking of. Yeah.
okay, yeah. I think this is probably the most widely known Method Man song. It seems like people who don't even listen to hip hop know this song. It's to me, it's almost flawless. I love the R&B hooks. I love an R&B hook with a gritty rapper. And then I love a subject of having these real feelings. So I just all that stuff put together, it's done so well. The remix and it's so cool that it bridges this gap too. Like I was talking to my wife and she's more into country. I was like, "Oh, do you know the song Method Man?" She was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Cause what does he sing?" And I said, "He sings a song with Mary J. Blige, I'll Be There for You." And she was like, "Oh yeah." She's like, "I know that song."
Probably most non-hip hop fans probably would know that, or maybe the title Method Man track off of 36. But
Yeah.
for his solo stuff, that probably, and you know, Mary's in her prime there, and how that remix opens like "Sweet Morning Dew," do, 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 do.
Hmm.
I mean, just almost puts chills up your spine. Raven, what's your number four?
I went with Judgment Day, the title track,
Oh,
Judgment Day. So the thing about that video, it's if you remember the 1988 film Cyborg from Jean-Claude Van Damme, that's what that entire video was based around. That 75-minute intro to this song where he gives the "I like this world" speech is taken word for word from the movie
oh,
Cyborg. The villain says that in the monologue of Cyborg.
I didn't know
Um,
that.
I was a diehard Van Damme kid. I grew up every one of his VHSs, you know what I mean? So when I heard that first video play with him and the echoing, reverbing, like just that monologue, I was immediately hooked. And then I got so hyped. Tical was almost a perfect album. And then this was the lead off for a new album from Meth. Finally, 5 years later, I'm
Right,
at the store day one. And then I'm in the car with a CD and I'm crying because I can't get through it.
right,
But that was the first example of Meth deciding that street life and all of his homies had to be in every song. And then I felt like he was trying to showcase all his friends, and it didn't need to fill the maximum amount of 80 minutes on the disc.
right.
You know what I mean? Especially since he only had like 14 songs on the first album. It was perfect. And then you come along and you tripled the amount of songs, and I still only like about four of them.
Mm.
Um, but that song, it started out with number one, and then it just slipped a couple down to number four. But it was from the minute that Cyborg monologue hit, I was hooked to that song.
Yeah, I didn't know that. If I ever saw Cyborg, I don't remember any of it.
It won awards for best sci-fi
I
effects
could have
at the
and
time.
just don't
But
remember it.
watching it today, good movie. The effects are fucking
Well,
awful, but yeah, great movie.
all right, rail it back in. We are to the top three. And I really was feeling that the way I said it. And I'm going
Hmm.
back to that near classic 94's Tical. It is the perfect length almost. And I'm going with the song Release Yo Delf. This beat by RZA, so good. That sample, so good. That lady singing in it, so fucking good. Meth kills it with the flow and his lyrics. But again, this beat just, there's something about it that just gets me. It'd be like a good, like entrance theme or going out to the field to, play a game. It's just one of those type of songs. And it was a second single off of Decal. But Release Your I love that song. So it made it all the way to number three. What was number three on your list, Kane?
I got Bring the Pain to Cal. This is a gritty meth that, we knew from 36 Chambers. And then he comes back with this song, and we're like, yeah, yeah, And like you guys said about the Tikal album, it is from front to back. It's great. The rough flow he has over the beat, it's like he has this rough voice, and I was struggling to think of like rough voice but smooth flow. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Like
My,
rough voice, and then I was like on time flow, and I was like, yeah, there you go. Like I feel like on this song he's just on it. He's on it. He's on it.
that was an honorable mention. It did not make my
What?
list. It killed
Ooh,
me. It killed me. Trust me. It's an amazing song. It didn't make the list. It's a dope ass song, and it probably should have made my list. I just wanted to get like Bulworth and stuff like that on there. But I knew one of you would have to have it. Number three for you, Raven.
my number three. I brought it up. I think every time I've had the opportunity to, except for once, which might have been the Ice T one. The Rock's theme from WWF Aggression. Man, yeah, King of Rock. I think my favorite song on Run DMC episode, I think my number one was the fucking
It
King of Rock
was.
Triple H theme.
It
Because
was,
you were
yeah.
like, oh, like, but man, I love that. The blending of two of my favorite things of all time, hip hop and professional wrestling. And Method Man had one of my two favorite examples on that album with the Rock's theme. Only one I like better, Brood Gangrel's theme from Scene Murder, because it's so fucking horrorcore and it didn't need to be that damn dark. But yeah, the Rock's theme, like you said already, man, he rides the Rock's beat perfect, and then it's just line after line wordplay, all involving the Rock's catchphrases and
Right.
T-shirt slogans and merchandise slogans. It's kind of the perfect example. Which that album, if you have not, and I've talked about it 8 times now, pick up WWF Aggression. Just cool Keith, and there's so many cool people on that album that you got to
So
listen.
many.
You know what I mean? Like, just you didn't know you needed to hear Cool Keith on Mankind's theme song, but you do.
Right. No, that whole compilation is amazing. I just noticed I didn't grab my cover for number two, but I have it back there somewhere. My number two from 1993's Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers, the song Method Man. It's only him on it. It counts. It's a classic album filled with classic songs, but this was one, not the one, but one of my top handful of favorite songs off this record. And he's the only member of Wu to get his own song on there, but it works perfectly. You could tell from the jump he had Star written all over him. Dope Beat by RZA. It was a B-side to Protect Your Neck. And it's got that infamous torture skit before it, right? I mean, everyone who heard it was reciting it, a week later with all their friends. I remember playing this cassette tape out like crazy, the 36 Chambers one. It was one of them tapes that had zero writing on it anymore at all, worn off.
It was purple, wasn't it?
No, that was the
No,
purple tape,
that
Raekwon.
was Raekwon's
Which
Oh,
solo
okay.
tape.
also,
Okay.
my Raekwon was wiped clean too, because I listened to that shit so
That's
much
yeah.
too.
Yeah, I
Right.
remember that.
Yeah, Raekwon had the purple tape. But yeah, Method Man. It was hard not to put that at number one. It's really that good. So, but it made it at number two. What's up for you, Kane?
I got City Lights off of Blackout 2. So this was my number one until I remembered I should put Method Man on my list. And I was like, oh, well, that has to take number one. When I was making this list earlier today, I was just letting my phone play. I walked out of the room and City Lights came on. And I was like, fuck yeah. Like, I love that song. I love the Pimp C sample for the chorus. I love the beat. Eric Sermon did not make this beat. Who was it?
Had to be a southern guy. I mean, it's got that southern vibe, but it works.
Nasty Cut or something like that. Like I looked it up because I was like, is this another Eric Sermon? But Bump, everybody kills it. Redman kills it. Bun B kills it. Meth kills it.
No, City
Bump,
Lights is dope. I'm singing
love
the
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 song.
hook, the hook in my head right now. It's
Right?
kind of got this
I get
brood
toe up
Slovak
off these
freaking
city
dope.
lights.
Yeah. Yeah, and both of those Blackout albums are both amazing. All right, we are still on two. You are up to bat, Raven.
Y'all made me feel bad now that the METHOD man didn't make my top 10. That was my number 11. I mean, I knew it would be on someone's list. I didn't know it'd be, I'd be the asshole. But anyway, I went with Bring the Pain because that jump, just from the jump off of that beat, you know what I mean? Just, it's so quotable. I don't know if there's a verse I rapped more than the first verse of Bring the Pain that summer, you know what I mean? It's gritty, it's grimy, it's dark, it's like what you think of early 90s back alley New York rap, you know what I mean? And as an East Coast kid, Wu-Tang really was holding it down over here for a while. And when Meth dropped, it was like continuation of 36 Chambers. That's
Right.
the only album I think, maybe Liquid Swords, but aside from that, this is the only album that feels like it truly fit that mold of the
Right.
36 feel.
Yeah,
And I would argue Liquid Swords is close, but
yeah, I
Bring the
agree.
Pain is just that perfect grimy Method Man.
Number one. The year is 1995. The original is on Tical, but it's the remix. All I need, razor sharp mix. And I love the OG version is dope. If this remix didn't exist, I would still be like, this is a dope ass song. I love the
Right.
subject matter, words, everything. But this remix, and like I said before, just that initial chord hits and you hear Mary,
Hmm.
like sweet morning dew. It's like tingly down your spine almost. It gets me every time. And what I also like is between the second and third verse, they kind of pay respect to the OG version. They do the OG hook like a
Yeah.
gang. It's like a gang of them doing the OG hook. I thought that was cool. They always work that in. A memorable video, Meth and Mary are on the roof for this, like building. I love this song. It's just so damn good. And this is one of those lists. I wrote it at one. Considered, ooh, I might want Method Man, but this was always going to be number one. So that's where it fell. You Are Up, Kane is Method, man.
Man.
You're number one?
Um, it is Method Man off of 36 Chambers. Like I said before, totally forgot about this song until yesterday, and it immediately jumped to number one. It's really the first time he was singled out to show just his style, to go, to go away from the kung fu, from the Wu-Tang Clan thing, and just be, like you said, Raven, that New York gritty, that type of rapper. And the torture skit at the beginning,
Oh,
36 Chambers
fuck it.
came out, what,
93?
93? So I'm
Yeah.
12, 13 years old. And banging nuts with a spiked bat. That,
Wow.
that just laugh, just classic song, classic. As soon as I remembered it, it jumped to number one, push the song off the list, and that's it.
I would love those are type of skits I wish I could be in the studio watching it play out. Because they're just, I mean, all fucking, they're just they're just freestyling it. There's no way he's reading. He wrote it down. All fucking. You know what I mean? Just those organic things like that
Yeah.
is what really makes it. Number one for you, Raven.
Initially, this was my number 10, and I just wanted to include it because I thought it was neat and it has a little cool story to it. I don't know if anybody is a Marvel fan and if you kept up on the Defenders universe, but Luke Cage in season one, Method Man appears on a radio show and in universe raps a song called Bulletproof Love, which is about Harlem needing a hero. We need our hero back in New York. You know what I mean? And the beat is made by a tribe called Quest, Ali Muhammad,
Hmm.
and it is such just a good fucking song. The video is just literally clips from the show happening as Method Man's in a radio talking to Sway and just rapping into a microphone. And it's my favorite Method Man song of all time. Somehow, all of a sudden, it is so fucking good, and that whole show had such an amazing
Oh,
work
that
of
show.
music, and it had so much good music on it. But just I lost my shit when I saw Meth. And then I remember turning my TV up way louder than my TV usually ever goes because Meth started flowing. I picked up that beat. I'm like, that sounds like a tribe. The minute that beat started playing, it was just perfect. And in my opinion, it's a perfect 2.5 minutes of just Method Man, some of his best flows and best rhymes.
I cannot believe it. That was an honorable mention. I never
I didn't
imagined
think anybody was going to pick
someone,
up that
I
song still.
never imagined anyone would
I've
even
never even
know
heard of
about it. It's so fucking,
Dude,
I
go on
love
YouTube, Bulletproof
Luke.
Love.
Yeah,
it.
it's
Yeah.
a shorter song, but it's
Luke
dope.
Cage is so fucking good. It's
That
the best.
show,
Yeah,
Luke Cage, they only did like 2 or 3 seasons. It
yeah,
Luke,
two.
was,
Luke Cage.
yeah,
Yep.
Luke Cage.
And
He's a Marvel. He's like in they it's like a hip hop superhero.
Oh,
So
really?
mhm.
they tie, hip hop and that
Cottonmouth is a badass fucking villain too. He was
it
bad as
is
shit.
dope. It is fucking dope.
But that
It's
song,
Check that out.
just
yeah.
love it.
I'm
Luke
gonna
Cage.
check that out.
I can't believe someone picked that. It's crazy. Cause I flirted with him making a list. So I'm like, nah, but it's an honorable
I didn't think
mention.
it was gonna. I didn't think it'd make number one. That's for
No,
fucking sure. But man, I love it.
that is a dope show. If you haven't seen Luke Cage, it's worth. I'm sure it's on Disney Plus or one of them. It was originally on Netflix, but that was
Yeah, I think it
before
moved to
everything.
the Marvel station, which I
Yeah, I
think is
think it's
Disney.
right, right. All right, honorable mentions. If you're joining for the first time, if a song didn't get mentioned, I thought it needs some love. I quick shout it out. So these are ones nobody talked about. You guys hit everything off of Tical from Tical 2000, Judgment Day. Cradle Rock, I like. From Tical Zero, the prequel. Say What, which was a single, in Rodeo with Ludacris. I like it more than I should. I mean,
It's fun.
it's a guilty pleasure, right?
Yeah, it's a fun song.
And I like the song Crooked Letter I off that record too. From 421 Day After, Problem. From the first Meth Lab, there's a song called Straight Gutta. It's got Snoop Dogg on it, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. And from Meth Lab 2, Bridge Boys. Anything I didn't mention?
I mean, that's
I'm
a
glad
Cal
you mentioned.
prequel album was great, by the way. Like, I didn't like it. I
Yeah.
remember not liking it when it came out.
It is
And
aged
now
well.
it's
Yep.
definitely like his third best album for sure.
I had to kick the prequel off to put Method Man on. That was 10. I have a big 11 next to it because I
Yeah.
love that song. And that album, going through when I first listened to this album, I was like, I'm gonna have 2 or 3 songs out of this album. And then I only ended up with the prequel at 10. And then that ended up getting kicked off too. But yeah, Rodeo, it's a fun song. It's him and Ludacris. It's more a Ludacris song than
It's a
Method
It
Ludacris
Man.
feels like a
vibe.
Luda song.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, that is one of those where you use the term aged well type albums. It is aged so damn well.
It's better than anything that came after it, that's for sure.
Yes.
Beats
I
are just
would
every
agree.
beat
Right.
is just so dope.
So yeah, Method Man. The plan is to eventually, not in a row, but we're eventually going to do solo of every Wu member. Not sure
We
who
should
we'll
have
do
did the season
next.
of Will. We should have did the
Jizza.
season of Will.
I really want to do Jizza. I really
I
want
think
to do
Genius,
Jizza.
Yes.
Genius and Inspector Deck are my two favorites. So I would love to do Genius.
I
Yeah.
love Jizza.
Same.
I already know what my number one will be.
Bro,
Same.
that shit he did with Soul Assassins, that he did with DJ Muggs, so good. That
Oh
album
yeah,
was
the
so
soul
fucking good, bro.
Method Man. We
In the
done.
books.
Still a b-boy, from the old to the new, still a b-boy. Too bold for the school, still a b-boy. East coast to the west, b-boys worldwide.